I was just thinking, um, there were a lot of prominent men in New York that, mostly Italian, that wanted to make me needy, or a traditional Italian wife where she really doesn't know her husband's business too much, but um, like a mob boss wife. She doesn't know his business too much, but she's there to entertain his guests, and and they have a cover business, but they do things like sweep ups and other things. And then they saw me as some kind of the image of Mary, and King David's eyes being light, and they just really turned us, a lot of women, into these deities in order to get who knows what. Oh, she needs this, but really they never gave it to us. They kept it for themselves, and they were swindlers, gypsy types, and they really were no good. And the truth is, it didn't stop when my father died. So, how guilty was my dad of this? And then it carried on to my stepfather, who's now living in the Philippines with a much younger wife and another son. And so they keep one back because they don't want an empty nest, but that comes with consequences. Um, and I've been capable for a long time. I'm being kept back because now they feel whoever these people are, they're usually relatives, or they're the men who've passed away, the wives are taking over this role where I'm just a beggar. I fill the place of where my mother did before, even though I don't have 6 children with me. I'm not living on top of a mountain, and I'm not remarried. I didn't get to live my life, you see. And they're wondering why I'm such a complainer. You don't got to work. I didn't say that. I said I haven't gotten to live my life. Well, you don't want a family, believe me, because then you'll have to work and you'll have to buckle down. You'll have to be totally sane for that. And so they're all tacking on their feelings. Oh, marriage isn't all that's cracked up to be. You don't want to be with that one. Oh, he doesn't want to be with you, and it goes on and on and on. So some of these churches don't want to uh, don't didn't want me to marry a Scientologist, and so they got in the way of it. But they don't want to put me up anywhere. They'll suggest that I go to the city mission. They'll suggest I get a part-time job. They'll suggest that I sublet a room with somebody. Maybe if I attended services somewhere, somebody would help me. But really, they were the ones that put me outside on the street by blocking Scientology and people from Scientology from getting to know me. By the time by the time I met David face to face, the only option was drop everything you have in your hands, come with me and don't look back, because it was that dangerous. And I didn't know. So Michelle has been attacking me and others, and the the Royal Navy got involved because they weren't sure if David was the Antichrist. And turns out my grandfather has at least a twin of himself, or a son, or a brother who was with the Royal Navy. And I'm posting to my Facebook and nobody's responding. Got to look like to my uncle here. Got to look like to my aunt here. Got I look like my aunt in certain angles, and oh, then Gretchen. She's got to represent Gretchen because Gretchen was a bleeding heart liberal, and and my sister Elizabeth has been consistently married or taking on the names of other men, so she doesn't have the last name Depp. But I'd be interested to know what her life is like once if she were to keep her original maiden name. So, Scientology is not the only guilty party.